Hello everyone, and welcome back to day 5 of the 7 days of Halloween. My name is Monica, and I'm so glad that you're able to join me back for our 5th day of my 7 days of Halloween series. Today we're going to be creating a silhouette card, but our focal point is not going to be the witch. It's actually going to be the moon. And using post-it notes, I'm going to show you how to create the perfect moon every single time. Now, the post-it note that I'm using is actually a full adhesive post-it note. It's not just sticky on the top portion, it's actually sticky throughout. And this is great when you're working with distress inks, because when you're actually using your blending tool, you don't want your post-it note to move at all. So using my circle die cut, I cut out the size of the moon that I wanted for my card, and then I placed the post-it note onto my white cardstock. The color that I'm using is Faded Jeans, and I love this color for night scenes. They work great for Halloween cards or any cards actually that you want to create a night scene. Now we're going to cover the entire surface with Faded Jeans, so plan on your fingertips getting nice and inky. When I am working with a darker color, I do sometimes put on the rubber gloves. But this time I just decided to go without them and take my chances. Now when I'm creating a night sky, I do like to come in after I'm finished blending and add a few droplets of water. I think that it creates a more realistic sky, but you want to be careful to not have big droplets, because then it just saturates the paper, and to me it doesn't look as realistic. And that's why I'm kind of coming to the side and just basically dropping tiny bits of droplets onto my card base. Now when you remove this post-it note, your moon glows. You've created this awesome full moon by just adding color around the circle. Now I do like to come back and add some yellow distress crayon around the rim of the circle, because it does give it a bit of a shine. But overall, it's a perfect full moon, and it will work great with silhouette images. This is one of the sentiments that came out in Tim Holtz's Halloween set this season. And I wanted the happy part of the sentiment to be inside of the moon. So when I actually used my post-it note to create my moon, I made sure that my moon was far enough to the left so that my Halloween portion fit in the center of my card. Now because this sentiment is somewhat of a silhouette stamp, you may need to stamp it several times with the Misty, but the Misty is great for these silhouette stamps, so just use as much ink as you see necessary. Now the Witch on the Broom is actually from So Suzy Stamps, and it is from last year's release. But a Witch on a Broomstick will work every Halloween, regardless of when it came out. It's a classic stamp and one that I would recommend having in everybody's collection. Now I've been teased about my distress crayons making an appearance in many of my videos, but these distress crayons have become a staple in my craft room, and I just love using them. So any opportunity I have to play with them, you're going to see me playing with them. Now these remnant rub-ons are another favorite in my craft room, but I have to tell you that wasn't always the case. When I first got my first package of the rub-ons, they were actually the numbers, and they also came with words as well, but I wasn't really sure how to use them. But after a while they grew on me. I love having the little words that you can just add. You can put them sideways, you can add them to the corners, and it just adds the little extra piece of interest to your cards. Now on this card, I actually added Toil and Trouble. I don't know if you're able to see it, but Toil and Trouble I thought worked great for a witch. And it also had Salem, Mass, Resident Street. So I thought just that little piece of interest worked great for the card, and it added just a little extra that I needed so the background didn't look too plain. I also added some decorative corners, which I thought kind of framed the card as well. I will provide a list of all the products that I've used to create this card, along with the links to the stores. Anybody that has left a comment on all 7 videos and is also subscribed to my channel will be put in a drawing at the end of the month to win all 7 cards. So if you want a chance to win these cards, make sure that you have left some comments and that you are subscribed. We have 2 more days left to finish our series, so I hope that you do join me tomorrow for day 6 of the 7 days of Halloween.